Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to Tap Into Your Magic. I've decided to venture out into the wilderness today to teach you a ritual that is going to help you if you're in a transition phase of your life where you're ready to let go of things that no longer serve you. You can do this at home, but I think if you're surrounded by the elements, like the wind for me, it's about this movement, this transformation, seeing the tree here to support me that's probably been here hundreds of years, these stones here, just being in nature where you feel like you have an empty space to just tune in. So the ritual will require a journal and a pen, and what you're going to do is, this is something I learned from Mia Magik, is to start to write almost as if you've already passed away, which sounds quite depressing, but this is about transformation. So you want to think about who you are now and the version of yourself that isn't serving where you want to go. And you might not be sure what that is yet, but you can just think about, okay, where do I want to go in life and what is holding me back? What kind of characteristics or thought patterns and beliefs and habits and stories that I keep telling myself? You want to start writing, for example, you could say, no, here lies Heather, and she was a wonderful person, but she wants to say farewell to the insecurity, the comparison. And you just want to really just free flow with this of what you're letting go of. And this is gonna be a rebirth process. So you're gonna say goodbye to parts of yourself that are no longer serving you. So take some time in nature to journal. And then once we're done writing, I will show you what we're gonna do with it. I think it's a windy day. I have a feeling that I want to just let it fly away. So we will see. You can also bury it in the ground, so we'll figure that out. You can burn it as well, whatever you need to do. So start writing and enjoy some views of nature. I'll just put some beautiful nature on the screen right now to give you that space and time to journal.
And as you're writing down all these parts of you that you're ready to let go of and release, remember to have self-compassion for yourself. This isn't a process of, oh, I want to get rid of this thing, or I don't like this thing about myself. It is just about recognizing that part of you is holding you back and that it's safe to let it go.
Once you've written down your farewell to all the parts of yourself that you're ready to release and to let go of, you'll just need to rip this piece of paper out of your journal. And there's a few different things you can do. So you can bury it, you can burn it. Personally, I'm going to use the ancient wisdom of these rocks right here and bury it within here, and just trust that it will naturally biodegrade as time goes on. So you might take a moment with your piece of paper and just say thank you to that version of yourself that got you to where you are today. You needed that part of you to understand and learn where you want to go next. And we don't have any judgment towards this person. We just know that there's this next iteration of who we can be. So say thank you to all those parts of you that made you feel small, insecure, full of comparison, the stories. Just like with the wind, just let them go. Just feel the wind wherever you are, clearing away all of this. And we're gonna bury this. I see this looks quite nice, this little crevice here. Just gonna bury it right there. Thank you, rocks. And these rocks have hundreds, maybe probably thousands of years of wisdom within them with this tree. And I trust that just like nature, we are constantly evolving and growing. You know, this tree right here was just a tiny little thing to begin with. And look how beautiful and magical it is. And when you look at the branches as well, you see all these different versions of the tree and how it just spreads out, but it has this deep root in knowing who it is, what it's here to do. But when you look at these branches, these are like the veins in your body and the neural pathways in your brain that you're creating and expanding as you live this human life. And as you come back into this next part of the ritual, it is that question: who do you want to be? What kind of characteristics or traits do you want to inhabit, and who do you want to grow to be? So for this next part of the journaling part, I want you first of all to have that gratitude and thank yourself for the parts of yourself that you really appreciate and that you want to grow. So maybe you're actually quite a confident person deep down and you're just not really focused on that part of you, or maybe you're quite consistent. So first of all, thank those parts of you that you already are. And then the second part of the journaling is think about the qualities that you want to have in your life. Maybe it is the more confidence, maybe it is being more consistent, maybe it is you just trusting and believing and knowing that you're enough. Like, think about anyone on this planet who you admire or you aspire to be, and then write it down as if that's already you. You know, I'm so grateful that I'm so confident. I'm grateful that I'm the kind of person that takes action. I'm grateful that I am me. And just give yourself like a lot of like self-love. And this one you aren't even going to rip out. You're going to keep this. And I want you, whenever you have a moment of self-doubt, to reread these things, and perhaps even after you've written them, say them out loud to the universe. Let the wind hear you and let these words travel. And who knows, I always think when you say good words out loud, it might just land in somebody else's ear, and then they just suddenly get a, oh, I feel good. So spread that power, and that is what we're going to journal on next. So if you're struggling on what to write, for example, I've written here, I'm grateful for my confidence and that I take action on filming in public. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the trust that I have in myself, and I trust that everything's working out for me, that I'm allowed to feel good right now. I'm grateful for my adventurous spirit. So it could be things as well that you've not yet embodied or incorporated or integrated into your life yet, but who do you want to be? If you want to be somebody who's adventurous and outgoing and sociable, then write that down and just start to say it to yourself out loud and give yourself permission to explore that new version of yourself. And as you're in your space, wherever you are, whatever you've written down, say some of these things out loud. You know, I am enough. I love myself. I am grateful to be me. Yes, I am. And just enjoy this journey of life, reminding yourself of these things as a daily ritual, taking those action steps to be the kind of person that you want to be. And you can also tap on that as well. If there are some affirmations, feel free to create a tapping with those new affirmations, really embodying that version of yourself. So go forth into the world today and embody those aspects of your new self and see what happens. Just try something a little bit different. I was going to make this video indoors where I felt more comfortable, but I thought, you know what, I want to be in the elements. I want to be surrounded by nature, because nature doesn't judge you and it wants you to know that you're enough and that everything here has a purpose. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this ritual, and let me know how it goes for you. So this where I sat, this was actually somebody's house thousands of years ago. And it makes you think about how life is always changing and always growing, and civilization moves on, and the homes that we live in will probably be something that will be like rubble or will be a historic thing in the past. And so what can we learn from those previous generations who were just trying to survive? That's literally what they were doing, maybe more connected to the earth, but being able to go through this new human evolution with the 21st century and the fact that we have all these medicines and mindset things that we're learning about the human self and the human mind, we are creating so much change as human beings. And how can we continually add to the frequency and the vibration of this beautiful earth to take care of the earth, respect the earth, and respect ourselves, and make this world a better place by loving ourselves, having that self-love. And when we work on ourselves and we're kind to ourselves, that ripples out into the universe and to everyone we encounter. So the work that you do with these rituals, yes, they help you to connect to yourself, to feel at peace and to feel good, but also that within you doing these rituals, you're changing how you view the world, and you're putting your own unique imprint and blueprint onto this world to make it beautiful. So what you're doing is powerful.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit different from what I usually post on Tap Into Your Magic, but get ready, because 2025, I am taking these videos to the next level. We're going to be going to different places, having different experiences. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button to be part of the journey. Thank you so much.